shift gears. We're shifting gears now and talking about the exciting real world of professional wrestling on WWE TV as we are on the road this weekend to Perth, Australia. And I think it's like a 9 a.m. Eastern premium live event. It's coming on super early in the morning. It may be even earlier than that, maybe 6 a.m. Eastern. I'll probably watch it on demand whenever the kids wake up and that kind of stuff Saturday. But as we talk about Elimination Chamber, Lee, you have any burning desires or tingling sensations
that I need medication for, apparently? Oh, wow. No, but I do think it's funny that Wrestle Talk pointed out, like, for all of us American viewers who our normal is getting to watch the PLEs at a comfortable time in the evening, all of those on that side of the globe have to wake up at 3 a.m. or they have to record it and risk spoilers and stuff. So Wrestle Talk just did a, how's it feel, America? How's it feel?
It starts at 8:30 Australian Eastern time, which means 5 a.m. Eastern US or 2 a.m. Pacific. 2 a.m. 3. So if you could pull an all-nighter if you're in Denver, right, and watch Elimination Chamber live. So.
Right. Yeah, no. So hot takes on the event. There are rumors that Roman and Rock might be there after all. It's been said that they weren't supposed to be, but now there's rumors that they might be. So
which means potentially a disruption. Potentially. Aren't you? How tired are you? How sick and tired are you of seeing somebody from the bloodline wear a black hoodie and interrupt a match?
I'll just say that was actually really good this time. It was really good this time because they did it to set up. So Cody, one, has not lost on TV hardly at all in the last 2 years, but in the last year, he is the most protected babyface character. And so to have Drew pin him and the mirror of last WrestleMania to happen now, it just makes you go, oh, this could happen again. But here's my intriguing theory. And there's been I didn't watch these other videos before I started thinking this. I started thinking of it sooner, but these lots of videos that have been breaking this down. Excuse me one sec. I got a frog in my throat. So when they did the Bloodline We the Ones thing, did you notice that The Rock was doing a finger gun? Right?
What is that?
He wasn't doing this. He was doing this.
Why does that matter? He left his thumb out.
Yeah, I know. It's subtle. It breaks pattern. It makes him stand out distinctly. So this is like remember when, don't forget The Rock was the guy who took over the Nation of Domination. Like, he has a history of heel Rock taking over. And then when he was talking to Cody, theoretically, he was saying, I will make sure you don't win at WrestleMania. He was pointing at Roman as he said those words, but he was talking to Cody, but he was pointing his finger at Roman. So I think they're going to do what they should have done in the first place.
These are little Easter eggs then, if any of this is true, right? Or if this is tinfoil stuff.
What if The Rock, as the heel now, because we all assumed he was going to be a good guy, what if The Rock and I know this is an Elimination Chamber, but they'll lead to it. What if he causes Reigns to lose the title to Cody the way that Roman has done with the Bloodline, and Solo spikes Roman, Cody hits the crossroads, it's over, and now The Rock is the head of the table, because remember, he called that out, right? And Roman is out. Now Roman is the good guy who's next year building to WrestleMania against this evil corporate Rock, who just did to him what The Rock did to Farouk in the Attitude Era. There's so much synergy to this. I love it. I love it.
I would be very entertained by that scenario playing out. I don't ever want to root for Roman Reigns, though, so that's the only part that I don't want the Reigns to redemption. I don't want that to happen at all.
So bad, it was good.
I just don't want that story. You know what would be really entertaining in light of the Attitude Era. Make Rock the special guest referee. And in fact, The Rock has the authority to do that, right? As a TKO board chairman, he can assign himself as the special guest referee.
And then he's gonna screw over Reigns.
And that would be fine. That would be fine. WrestleMania 14 all over again. You know, Cold Stone, Mike Tyson. When he said that.
Cold Stone, Mike Creameries.
Man,
but we skipped over Elimination Chamber. We went straight to
the card in the chat, Lee. Let's just run through the card. You want to run through the card itself?
Let's do it.
We're looking at the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship, Judgment Day versus Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate.
It's going to be a great match. I don't think that Judgment Day's losing. I mean, that would be silly at this point.
Yeah, they're carrying those belts into Mania, I would think.
Yeah. And hopefully they split them up. As I've prayed for many times, please split the belts or at least give them one belt to hold instead of carrying two 4 belts around like they're
These are the right guys
boys.
to be booked against Balor and Priest. They're going to put on a dynamic match. They're going to answer. This is awesome. Like this is going to be as good as NXT Black and Gold brand at its heights. And in fact, we have 4 NXT Black and Gold standouts from that era reuniting for this match. So this match, not only that, we've got the international crowd, right? This is 4 non-Americans in this match, which I think is really interesting and exciting as well.
And there's going to be a 5th too.
Well, I say non-American. I'm assuming Damian Priest is American, but with heritage in Puerto Rico. He was born in
Puerto Rico.
Oh, okay, terrific. No, that's even better. So that makes sense.
I mean, he spent most of these guys have. They've spent a large portion of their life in the U.S.
Right.
But another non-U.S. born individual, my prediction, will cost Pete Dunne the match, and that will be the return of Sheamus to set up Sheamus versus Gunther for the IC title at Mania. Sheamus hasn't been around for like 6 months.
Did he resign with the company?
There's rumors that he might have. We don't know for sure.
Okay.
There's also rumors he's going somewhere else. But the one feather in his cap that he has missed.
So you're saying the head of the Brutes
title.
So you're saying the Brutes disenfranchised leader will return and be angry that Butch is not Butch any longer. And he's,
I thought we were mates. What are you doing?
Interesting.
And then he smashes him and calls out Gunther. And I know that's weird, but then the Judgment Day are mixed up with Imperium a lot.
And you think that's
there's
the
a way
match.
To get there. There's a way to get there.
So you think Sheamus is taking the belt off Gunther at Mania?
Somebody's got to. Gunther's ready to go be world
to his
champion.
Legacy in WWE.
Yep, and that's how you get there is by him running in on Pete Dunne.
Man, that's
hot
interesting.
Takes. Hot takes and hot cakes.
I thought Sheamus was out the door already. So I haven't even considered that that's possible. So that's interesting.
Yeah. Who knows? Everything is possible.
Speaking of non-Americans, we got Rhea Bloody Ripley versus Nia Jax for the Women's World Championship. And they have built Nia Jax apparently to be this monster heel, this mega power of ferocity.
Yeah.
This version of Nia is a believable giant. Did she deserve to be in this match? No. But who are they going to put against Rhea to continue to build her up as one of the greatest female champs of all time?
Well, I mean, it's pretty clear from the press conference in Vegas that they're going with Becky versus Rhea for Mania. So unless they swerve right now and give Nia the belts,
I think the swerve is it's going to be triple threat or quadruple. I think that Rhea Becky is going to include Bianca as well. at least,
and possibly Nia,
potentially a fourth. And I think the fourth might be a Jade Cargill.
That would be nice if they can make that happen. Because the reality is the winner of the Elimination Chamber for the women is who's supposed to go up against, and we'll get there. We're coming to that.
Well, Jade got scratched from the women's Elimination Chamber match, allegedly. Now, this is dirt sheet reporting. Allegedly, because they wanted to protect Jade and not have her with a loss going into Mania, that they wanted her ultimately in-ring solo debut to be at Mania to start a momentous build and a meteoric rise post-Mania. That's why I don't know. I mean, could Jade be in that match? Or maybe Jade takes over the NXT title at Mania. No. Any one of those scenarios could happen. Put a belt on her just to give her some credibility.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely are running out of time in terms of, like, it took forever to get her to the Rumble, but then they built that so well. And her, tipping Nia Jax out of the ring the way she just like poofed her up and boop, goodbye. I mean, they did so, like, the women's story was built around Jade lifting Nia. That was the big thing. So maybe it's Becky versus Rhea and Nia versus Jade at Mania. Who knows?
Interesting. That would be interesting. So the women's Elimination Chamber match, we have Becky, Bianca, Liv, Tiffany Stratton, Naomi, and a very exciting late addition in the return of Raquel Rodriguez, who is also Braun Strowman's real life girlfriend. Did you know that?
I did. Yeah.
This is news to me. I saw photos from Alexa Bliss's wedding, and they were together and they looked great. They wore hot pink matching outfits together.
Where's Braun Strowman, by the way? Anyway,
Braun Strowman wore hot pink Crocs to Alexa Bliss's wedding.
That is awesome.
And they're like size 14 Crocs. They could canoe a small family up the Nile River.
Wow. I love it. Yeah, so I would say I think Becky wins. I mean, the way they built it up. Why else at the Las Vegas press conference did they give time to Becky and Rhea, but didn't even have Bayley on there at all? Bayley's the one with the guaranteed shot.
Decision.
And
horrible
no
decision.
EO, no Bayley. They're gone.
Right.
So I think Becky's taking it. I think it's pretty foregone conclusion, I hope.
Interesting.
What about you? What do you think?
I think there's going to be some controversial finish that warrants Aldis or whoever putting Belair in the Mania match. I think that's what's going to be. And excitingly enough, the controversial finish could be a number of different scenarios. It could be a return of the witch Alexa Bliss, Sister Abigail Incarnate interrupting the finale, right? I don't know what to call that persona, but evil Alexa, right? Who's allegedly making a return at Mania. I don't know.
I did not know that.
Is the surprise going to be there? We have Jade Cargill doing nothing in Elimination Chamber. We've got rumors of Sasha Banks on some level returning at Mania. Is she going to return to interfere there? Lots of rumors. This is just rumors. This is dirt sheet conversation, right?
Welcome to Rumors and Hearsay with Rusty.
Tiffany
now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Tiffany Stratton makes sense as the disruptor in this match. Could she do something like return to the ring after being eliminated to cause Belair to get pinned or unconsciously knock her out?
Belair versus Stratton. That'd be a good Mania match.
Yeah. So who's your do you have a pick or do you have a favorite to win the chamber?
Oh yeah, for women it's Becky. I mean, I think that they're telling that story. Triple H has shown that he is dead set on long-term storytelling, and he's been setting up Becky Rhea literally for 2 years.
He's not a big
there was an interruption
surpriser.
there.
I've noticed Triple H is running creative in a way that you can trust them to carry out the story that they're telling. That's why we didn't see any big surprises at the Rumbles, because like, oh, they're carrying out the story they've been telling.
Which you need a little bit of both. You need the surprises, but but like Jade Cargill, Jordan Grace at the women's, there was surprises.
Sure.
There were surprises, but
surprises,
the men's
but
Rumble
not
was nothing.
Shocking. What are they thinking? Surprises,
that right? Not like, so oh, they're going to be on tomorrow, right?
Yeah, like the Vinnie Mac surprises that stunk, right? What do you think about? Has Becky ever won a chamber?
She's never been in a chamber. That's part of the story, is she's never entered this type of event at all.
So it's probably Becky.
Yeah.
Men's chamber
match.
And
that'd be good. I like Becky. She's my favorite. But
here's another question. Are there seriously only 4 matches on the card for this night?
Oh, I didn't know that. Are we already at it's just the men's now?
Right. Yeah. This is the card that I've got off of the latest, off the latest news site. So more matches could be added. Men's chamber match.
Friday, I guess.
Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, Bobby Lashley, LA Knight, Kevin Owens, and Logan Paul. Why is Logan Paul in this match? Probably to cater to an international audience as a YouTube influencer.
Correct.
Probably to appeal to a younger demographic, because typically wrestling fans are Lee and my age or older.
Well, that's changing, but yeah.
So the winner of this match gets Seth at Mania. Is that right, to my understanding?
Theoretically. So this is the one we can say with confidence the plans had to change, because Cody was always set to win the Rumble, supposedly. CM Punk was going to win the Elimination Chamber. So unless they do something shocking, because they have done before, where somebody was supposed to come into the chamber and somebody else comes and takes them out, takes their spot, whatever. I would guess they use this match to set up LA Knight versus Logan Paul at Mania for the US title. That would be phenomenal. I'd be great with that.
I would love that, especially
if who wins?
LA Knight Drew takes that title.
Gotta be Drew. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then they set up Drew to win, and then he takes the title off Seth at Mania. But there's been rumors that Mania is going to be Rock and Roman versus Cody and Seth night 1, because they're building out this "you need a shield" angle. You need a shield. So
weird. So weird. It feels like CM Punk getting injured really painted them in a corner here on what are they going to do. Also,
that was the money plan.
This is odd.
Drew is low-key my favorite guy on the roster right now. I was
gonna say Kevin Owens,
he's doing,
who I'd pick. I'd want to see Kevin Owens, but like
he's another Mania.
Kevin Owens. Yeah, LA Knight, Kevin Owens, Logan Paul.
Oh,
Bobby Lashley. Not Orton. Not Orton. Not Bobby Lashley. The least interesting person is Bobby Lashley.
I love Bobby Lashley, but what they're doing with it, like if he was Hurt Business Bobby Lashley, if he was when he had the title those 2 times, I think that would be good. So order of elimination, then that's going to be hard, because I don't see. So if Drew wins, I see Logan Paul and LA Knight having their own mini story. Usually that carries through, but what if those 2 eliminate each other first somehow? Like LA Knight eliminates Logan Paul right off rip, and Logan Paul goes Maverick and whoops on LA Knight, gets him eliminated. Randy Orton's going to be the one that's the final boss character. He's the one that gets pinned last. You've got to beat Randy to get through here.
None of this makes sense.
So KO eats the pin first. LA Knight.
KO going down Logan first. I'm thinking about how ludicrous that sounds, though.
No, but I'm just hear me out. So KO eats the pin, and
you can't have Knight enter the match till late in the match to where people are erupting to see him, I would think.
Oh, right. Yeah. So order of entry, it's KO and Logan Paul are the first 2. Logan Paul shock wins KO. LA Knight comes
Crazy.
in with that momentum, pins Logan Paul, but then Logan Paul turns around and does something that causes LA Knight. Randy Orton is the second one to enter, and he's the Iron Man. He goes, he's the final boss. And then I don't even remember who the other Bobby Lashley. See again, but we don't even think about.
Could Sami Zayn be a late ad and actually win this thing with this
I don't
weird
know.
story they're telling of him melancholy sitting in the stands reflecting on his journey? Like, I don't know what they're doing with Sammy, but it seems interesting.
Yeah.
And it seems like prolific, like they're featuring him in a way that we're supposed to care.
I don't know.
And why is he not in this match?
Yeah.
Could
I don't
Sami
know.
Zayn winning Elimination Chamber and going to Mania and winning the world title be a Daniel Bryan moment, a moment where we're just like the people's champ, the underdog story? This is incredible. Like, could you see that happening?
If they would have done something like that when he was out of the bloodline, Sammy, maybe, but he just doesn't have that momentum anymore. There's just, I mean, not his fault, but the way the booking happened, they built him up to where that was his moment, and
Yeah.
if the Cody story hadn't been going, I would have said, let him win right here. Let him be the one to beat Roman. That made so much sense. But now that that moment's passed, I don't know that we get it back. Like it would take Sammy has to do something again. And this sucks to say. Sammy has to do something again on that level for us to get behind him, because not that we don't believe in Sammy, we don't believe in the ability of WWE to book Sammy into that position again. So they need to prove that he can. So maybe, I mean, could he be? I mean, think about Kofi Mania, right? Kofi Mania happened in the Elimination Chamber lead up. It was a fluke. Mustafa Ali was supposed to have that spot, and he was actually supposed to go forward. He might have been a world champion had things gone differently. He gets hurt. Kofi gets put into the Elimination Chamber, and all of a sudden, the only thing we care about is Kofi going to WrestleMania. So could that happen again? Absolutely. Could we have, Sammy Mania that rise up at the Elimination Chamber? Yeah. But I think
what if KO
not that
gives him his spot as a sign of like incredible friendship?
Right. Yeah. I mean, it could be. It almost like this specific set of entrants begs for us to see somebody change out last minute.
Some disruptor.
Right.
Most, yeah, I just can't see anyone. Like, if we're talking about an elimination order as it stands, these are some of the most protected guys in WWE.
Yeah.
And I cannot see a realistic order in which the 6 of these people get eliminated, or the 5 of these people get eliminated on any realistic.
And there's not a clear, like,
plane.
this guy has to win. I mean, again, Drew feels right the way they've been booking. Maybe, okay, so maybe this is why Bobby Lashley
Drew down our throats for months, and it's just like uninteresting.
Because Drew is legitimately the most fun character on the entire show right now. The things he's doing,
maybe
like when he gave the CM Punk promos, when he did that promo against Seth, like everything he's saying is like, oh my gosh, these are like the dark side of the actual things I'm thinking. And I love it.
What about Logan Paul saying he's gonna have a space next to CM Punk on that T-shirt for DM Punk, Drew McIntyre, because it's like the rest in peace, like he buried him. I was like, that was clever. Nice. Oh man, that was clever. That was clever.
So I think maybe Bobby Lashley's in there because when the Thunderdome era was going, Bobby Lashley was the guy who took down super babyface Drew, the one we all loved because he got that elimination at the 2020 Royal Rumble. He was the guy, he carried the banner, and then Bobby Lashley beat him like clean twice at WrestleMania and everything. So maybe this is Drew's redemption arc against Lashley right here. But I would say, I mean, if they handle Drew the right way and give him some momentum into this character that he has going right now, perhaps is my favorite in the match of those characters. I'm not a big KO fan. I know. I'm sorry. I don't believe in Sami Zayn if they don't believe in him on the company level. And I doubt Logan Paul's taking the main title. And like we've said, if it's Randy Orton, I mean, they would need to have started telling the story of Randy Orton beating Ric Flair's title run sooner than now if they were going that way. That's it.
Maybe so. Maybe so. They got a lot to figure out, and thankfully we don't have to do it. That's probably it for today's segment on the Road to Elimination Chamber. We hope you'll watch it this weekend. And not only that, it's probably, Lee, why don't you take us out for All Together Champions Chat?
Yeah. Well, as we always say, if you're only watching the WWE side of this, check out the WWE Champions mobile app. That's what most of this podcast and our channel is based around, because I think legitimately it is the best wrestling game ever, and it's better than 2K24. Fight me. Let me know in the comments section what you think of this week's episode. Like, share, and subscribe, and then keep coming back for more Champions Chat, because we're going to keep talking at you. See you next time. Bye.